little bit about the sister market right next to Legend Oaks, Village of Western Oaks. This is our Austin Really update. We were in there last quarter at the end of the year-to-date through the end of the second quarter, and things were strong. Look at the sales increase year over year. That is the highest one we've seen on any area we've ever looked at, isn't it?
It is. It's amazing. Why don't you take a second here? You know that neighborhood much better than I do. Tell me the main difference between Village of Western Oaks and Legend Oaks. They're sister property. They're sister neighbors.
Well, they're sister in the sense that geographically, there's the Villages of Western Oaks kind of wraps around Legend Oaks. They're both north of Circle C, but Villages goes all the way over to the Mopac side to the east and straddles sort of that escarpment area to the west. It's much, much bigger, and I think if I had to answer the question about why did we see such a huge increase,
right?
It is direct spillover from Legend and Circle C. We talked about before, a median price in Circle C might be $335,000, $350,000, typically for a area in Circle C. For most areas, other than maybe Circle C North, which would have a price closer to this area. But if you look at Villages of Western Oaks, you're looking at it takes all of the spillover for a couple of reasons. One, it's large enough to be able to handle more buyers. In the same period of time that we just talked about having a small number of sales occur, when you look at Villages of Western Oaks, we're talking about a huge increase over Legends, right? You're talking about 16 sales, and we have 55 sales.
Right.
And that's up 77%. So when you look at this sales volume, a big part of it is the number of units, and there's also a pretty strong increase in the median price. Why do I think this is happening? It's pretty clear. If you can't afford Circle C and you want to be in that area, you're going to go look at Legends or Villages of Western Oaks.
So the stepping stones.
And it's going to be more inventories available. I mean, currently, remember we talked about only one house being available, and then you talked about it being on the market for 100 days at a price that exceeds the median of what things are selling for by quite a bit. Now we go over to what's active in Village of Western Oaks. There's 17 as of this morning. Now, there's still a real strong market there. You've got 16 in contract. So you've got as many in contract virtually as you do have active. That tells me that every buyer that would buy in Legend Oaks that needs to buy right now has got to be looking in Villages. The houses are only slightly smaller. They're
slightly smaller.
And the market is just, you can't buy in Legend Oaks right now. There's nothing for sale other than that one listing that we would presume has some issues with pricing. So when you look at this for Village of Western Oaks, it's taking all of the demand in a market where there's no inventory in Legends. And as a result, you're seeing this dramatic increase in sales volume in the third quarter, a big bump in the units sold, as you would expect, a huge drop in the days on market over last year, and a decent, strong increase in the median price. So as a result, if you go down there and if you look at it, you could drive through some specific areas in Legends, and like the woods of Legend Oaks, and it looks a little bit different, and the price point is higher, but there's nothing for sale in there. So if you're trying to get into that area, Villages at Western Oaks provides you with an opportunity. I mean, if we had somebody that wanted to look at a $250,000 to $300,000 house in this area, you have one house to show them in Legend Oaks, and 17 in Western Oaks. It's like there's one market that's available and open, and the for sale sign is out, and the other one there's none. So I think for most people, and obviously this is as of when we're recording this, at the end of the third quarter in 2012, first part of the fourth quarter. We're almost at the end of the month of the first quarter. So things could change, but I would expect that trend to continue. People get into Legend Oaks, and it tends to be a neighborhood where they don't put nearly as many houses up for sale. The Villages of Western Oaks has always been sort of a stepping stone neighborhood that come in, they'll get established, they like Southwest Austin, and then they want to end up either in Legends or they want to end up in like the woods or one of the areas that's a little bit higher end, or definitely Circle C. And it's interesting. I think we'll see this trend continue.